with a working complex of rail, power, and a port. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, it is clear that our country has unbelievable potential. But three issues hold us back. 1, corruption. 2, corruption. 3, corruption. This is largely what is responsible for the inconsistencies in policy and failure to complete projects and failure to complete anything else. May I, with respect, say that what sets the Buhari leadership from others is the prudential management of national resources. So despite 60% less revenue, despite the fact that we've earned 60% less revenue that was earned from 2015, we have, by stopping grand corruption, made the highest capital spend in the history of the country, in the sum of 1.3 trillion naira. We are for the first time taking on the game-changing infrastructure projects. So we are today building the Lagos-Kano standard gauge rail, and we started it with the Lagos-Ibadan, a portion of it, beginning from the Lagos port at Apapa. We are also building, after 40 years of abandonment, the Mambila Hydro project. We're of course building the second Niger Bridge, and this is going on daily. We have signed up for the Lagos-Calabar Rail project. We're daily increasing power supply. And once we conclude some strategic transmission projects, we will truly see appreciable improvement in domestic and industrial power supply. Also, we have given more support to state governments than any other government since 1999. As of September 2017, the total support, and when I speak of support, I talk of excess crude account loan and budget support facility. Excluding Paris Club refunds, we have given to the states in total support 876.3 billion naira. If we add the Paris Club refunds, we have disbursed 1.91 trillion naira. Now, I make this point, and we must understand that this is not a gift from the federal government. These, in many ways, are entitlements of the state government, and some of them are loans. But no previous government has used those funds in the way that we have used them to assist the states in a time of need. And so the 1.91 trillion, which we have disbursed to states, has helped the states in so many ways, not just by way of recurrent expenditure, but also supporting some of their capital expenditure. We've experienced an agricultural revolution, and His Excellency, the Governor of Kebbi State, has mentioned it. We're doing close to 15 million metric tons of paddy rice yearly now, which is the highest, of course, in the history of the country. We used to spend almost $3 billion on rice importation. Now, rice importation has been cut by 80%. Well, we've also been actively partnering with the private sector and of course, with the states. With the private sector, we have, through the Quarterly Business Forum and the Industrial Council, collaborated actively with the private sector in many respects. We believe that the private sector is the key to the economic growth of this country. The key to the economic growth of this country is the private sector. So when we talk of investments, and we talk of what Kogi State will be in the next few years, a lot is going to depend on how we're able to attract private sector money into this state, so that it can so that all of our dreams and all of our plans can come to reality. It is the private sector. The game changer in all of this is private sector investment. Your Excellency, the federal government's commitment to business and industry is well matched by our determination to offer opportunities to young people, to artisans, to traders, and even the poor and the vulnerable. Our program of social investment, to the tune of 500 billion, again, is the largest social investment fund that has ever been deployed in this country. In our N-Power program, We have so far given jobs, and I just speak of Kogi State, we've so far given jobs to 4,495 beneficiaries. These are young graduates here in Kogi State. Another 7,724 young graduates have been pre-selected for the next phase of employment. The National Directorate of Employment will also be training 3,000 young people for technical and vocational training just here in Kogi State this year. We've also given loans to 4,534 small businesses under our government enterprise and empowerment program, and another 7,914 are awaiting their own loans here in this state. We're giving cash transfers of 5,000 naira monthly to 12,269 households, or 36,259 beneficiaries in this state. We expect to add 22,250 households, or 88,571 beneficiaries by the end of the year. We've also trained 276 cash transfer facilitators here in Kogi State. As you may know, I'm here in Kogi State both for this summit and also to inaugurate the Kogi State MSME clinics. Now, this is a special project that the federal government is doing across the states to promote and encourage medium and small businesses. So I'm here today with heads of government agencies that are important in granting approvals and licenses to small businesses, such as NAFDAC, SON, Corporate Affairs Commission, Bank of Industry, FIRS, and even SMEDAN. They will interact with owners of small businesses with a view to resolving their problems with registration or pre-investment approvals. We're also planning to set up a one-stop office here, which will have NAFDAC, SON, and other regulatory agencies permanently stationed in Kogi State. Your Excellency, I congratulate you again and the good people of Kogi State on this auspicious occasion. And we look forward to continue to work with you in expanding and sustaining prosperity within your state and for our nation. God bless Kogi State. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osinbajo. Let's put our hands together for him again. And very quickly, ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. We want the Vice President to witness and see the first signing of the first MOU, or two of them, that His Excellency the Governor of Kogi State says he wants to do. So please beg the indulgence of the Vice President that we set this up in 2 minutes or 1 minute. Then the Vice President will come up here with the Chief Host, the Governor of Kogi State, and then we'll have the Power China Limited MOU, and then the folks who are building the first 20-story facility in Kogi State. By the way, I've already booked the 28th floor of that building that is not yet built because I'm coming back home fully. Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Kogi State, Alhaji Yahaya Bello, and of course the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, please accompany the Governor. Please, let's put our hands together for them. We will now have the signing ceremony. May we please present the documents for signature before the Governor and the representative of the Power China Limited. This is the first.
The signing of this memorandum of understanding and the speech of the Vice President concludes largely the Economic and Investment Summit. The President and the Vice President hails the summit as timely, one to inspire and trigger the right attention from across the globe and to bring the right development, although he underscores developing investment to maximize agriculture in the confluent state. He describes the state as the most business-ready state. We've also had insightful conversations on the mining and mineral sector in Kogi State and how best to turn the underlying potentials in these sectors into a major cash cow for the state. And about now, we conclude this particular coverage. You have been watching the Kogi State Economic and Investment Summit 2018, coming to you live from Channels Television. I'm Gloria Umezuke. Over now to our Lagos studios for our regular programming.
You've been watching a live Channels Television event.